Hello and welcome back, everyone, to our Rocket Rabbit commentary over Pokemon Omega Ruby Randomizer. And in this episode, I lied. We're not going to Sky Pillow this time. We've got a rebellion to quell first.
The rebels. Always rebelling. Never satisfied with the existing order.
Well, actually, Courtney was incredibly satisfied with the existing order, and then it broke. So now she wants to take over.
Again, I hope that, well, I mean, it's not a lesson in keeping a team together. It's just for dramatic purposes that the villain, of course, is defeatable, especially when they shoot themselves in the foot and not come in with enough ammunition to keep the war going. Here we have a trifecta of inattentive persons.
Actually, what's going on here is that Zinnia is on her way to steal Maxie's keystone, and because she is here, the entire dungeon effectively has been reset. So yes, there are still trainers in here that you can fight, and you'll probably end up having to fight on your way through, unless you manage to stealth your way around. Remember, this is where the rest stop is, and the event that you need it. Which you might, because again, the trainers in here have mostly reset. Like this one.
So she's just waiting for you to cross the line. She's watching you as you approached. But she didn't attack.
She hasn't axed you.
You see, that's not the point. The point is not that you're here. The point is, don't cross the line. Oh, it's a rather powerful XU. That means that we're getting to the end of the DLC.
Yes. We effectively have two major events left. We have the quelling of the rebellion at Team Magma's base, which is what we're doing now, and then we have the ritualistic meetup with Rayquaza.
XP share. That was. So I mentioned in the last part of that, explosion would be a good move. It would be, and it should be a good move, because I'm pretty sure that explosion also hits every other Pokemon in a 2-on-2 situation. That the XP share would allow the points to distribute to the rest of the team, even though the Pokemon that exploded does not in itself enjoy experience.
Right. I forgot to actually show you that Waterfall was a move in Gen 1. Damn it.
Is it true?
Yeah, it's true.
So the move was exclusive to Seeking and
Goldeen.
And Goldeen. They're the only two Pokemon in the game that. Okay, well that makes sense, because I never fucking ran Seeking or Goldeen in Pokemon. Of course not.
They were
Gen
physical
1.
attackers and a special attacking type. They were terrible in Gen 1.
Yeah, you're supposed to use Horn Attack, Horn Drill.
And they weren't even really good at using at those attacks, because they didn't have good physical attacking. They didn't have that good of physical attacking stats anyway. If you were going to use Horn Attack and a Horn Drill, you would prefer to have it be specifically on Tauros, but failing that, Rapidash.
You know, when you get tired of dying as a niche build, then you go to the more conventional ones, the ones that are proven to actually work.
Like Special Attacker Charizard, or a Drain Tank Venusaur.
Or Psychic Alakazam.
Well, Psychic anything, actually. Even Hypno is actually viable in Gen 1. Hypno is less viable in later generations because he turns into a special tank instead, or rather a special support Pokemon, as opposed to a special attacker. That's Tabitha's room. Unfortunately, Pasquerda is kind of lost. We need to head over to Maxie's room, but I can't remember the correct teleporter to get there.
See, they knew that a lot of forgetting would occur between the first time you were here and now. And it worked. We are lost. We don't know where to go.
We're on the right. Well, actually, no. This is the path to get over to the Master Ball, which I think is technically the right path. Yep, here we are. There's Zinnia. And Zinnia, with her 3 Pokemon, manages to defeat Maxie's 5.
And the winner is Zinnia. Thank you, Zinnia, for narrating that aloud to yourself.
There was a small plot dump there that is supposed to reveal that yeah, Zinnia actually has a kid, or had a kid. Zinnia's lived through not this exact scenario, but the scenario parallel to it.
Yeah, because again, the multiverse theory basically says that the universe is so big that it has enough room to fit different versions of the exact same universe that we live in, doing the exact same things at the exact same time.
Right.
So yeah, she knew that we were standing there. She knew that we were going to come.
No, she did not know that we were standing there. She
I'd
knew we were
like
on our
to-
way.
she's a
because she told
time
us where she was
traveler.
going.
She's a time
She's
traveler.
not a time traveler. She's a dimension hopper. It's quite different.
It's basic, but we're talking about a person who could see different versions of exactly what's happening in her own world before she even comes here.
Right. For the record, we do not exist in her world.
Oh, of course, because in every other universe that she tried this in, it worked because we weren't there. But it will not work in this universe because we are here and we're going to
Oh no,
stop
her plan totally works in this universe. This is only the first time that she's actually attempted it.
It's just that the fruition of her plan is not the worst, is not the end of the world. No, missing out on an awesome Pokemon encounter is the end of the world. We're gonna catch that Pokemon too.
We are going to catch that Pokemon.
With our Master Ball.
No, we are saving our Master Ball for the Deoxys encounter afterwards.
And who is your favorite Master Ball target in Generation 1?
In Gen 1, I don't really have a favorite Master Ball target because I've never actually gotten into a Cerulean Cave. If I was gonna pick a Master Ball target, it would probably be Articuno.
Yeah, I was, you know what, I was going to say, actually, wait, but can't the Master Ball miss, though?
Yes, it has a 1 in 256 chance of missing.
Yeah, and then all you gotta do is just, restart the save file because there's a 255 and 256 chance that you won't have to do it again.
Right. I think during my first couple of runs, I actually used my Master Ball on Moltres like an idiot because I was still under the impression that Moltres was useful, simply because it was a legendary Pokemon. This is not the case, especially in Gen 1.
Well, that's, you know what, I would rather use the Master Ball on Moltres than Mewtwo. Because, like, Mewtwo is not that hard to catch.
Mewtwo is that hard to catch, though. He's got Recover.
Well, okay. So a few trial runs where he uses a Recover aside, he was the one that was designed for the Master Ball. That's why Giovanni created... No, Silphco... But Master Ball was a product of Silphco that Giovanni wanted to get because his fucking Mewtwo experiment escaped and he wanted to catch it back.
Yes.
But in order to do that, he had to extort the Master Ball from Silphco, but of course he got interrupted by the hero from Pallet Town.
Yep.
And that's why Mewtwo is still in Cerulean Cave, waiting for the trainer that might be able to catch him.
Now in the Gen 3 remakes, I would actually save my... You're supposed to save your Master Ball for the roaming legendary beast, depending on which of your starter that you pick. I think it goes Bulbasaur gets Suicune, Squirtle gets Raikou. No. It would be Charmander gets Suicune, Squirtle gets Raikou, and Bulbasaur gets Entei.
Say what now?
In the Gen 3 remakes, after you successfully defeat the Elite Four, the roaming legendaries from Generation 2 show up. But I have never actually... I know that I've triggered that event, but I don't think I've ever actually bothered to hunt them down.
So you're telling me that the game assigns which roaming legendary you find first based on your starter?
Yep. Well, you're only allowed to get one of the roaming legendaries based on your starter.
And there's always going to be at least one assigned, which I think is pretty nice. Now I have a comment on Pascardet's comment, is that in order of priority, you can't be happy if you don't have a world to live in. So yes, I'd say stopping the mysterious alien girl with the Doomsday plot is a matter of imminent priority.
But it's not a Doomsday plot. She's trying to save both of these realities.
But we don't understand how.
This is true. As the protagonist and even as the people of this world, we have no idea what she's attempting to do. Well, even though she's kind of spelled it out for us in the last dump that she had, she's trying to summon Rayquaza and use Rayquaza's power in order to destroy the meteor. Something that would not have worked in her original timeline because her original timeline did not have Mega Evolution in it.
Right. Okay, so social commentary aside on using a super destructive weapon in order to destroy a meteor that would break up into smaller pieces and could devastate planet Earth.
No, that's not what the original Dimension Shifter device was for. The original Dimension Shifter device that Zinnia broke was to send a meteor out of our dimension and into another one.
Right.
The problem is when the last time that happened, that Zinnia knows happened because her planet was the victim of it. It destroyed the original Ruby and Sapphire games.
So that's why my Game Boy Advance won't take the cartridge anymore. God.
No, the reason why your Game Boy Advance won't take the cartridge anymore is because the save battery is dead.
The save battery probably died, yeah. Which is a real shame because I mean I did hang on to all my games, but
anything from the Game Boy Advance and previously has almost officially lost all of its save battery.
But could you
very sad.
But could you open the cartridge and give it a new battery?
Yes, you can do that. It's at least on Game Boy and Game Boy Color stuff. I don't know if you can do that on Game Boy Advance stuff because I think it requires a rather specific tool that is not commonly available.
Damn.
This is a trainer that we missed out on fighting before because we were just trying to get the Pacific Lodge for the flight path.
Heh, I get it. It's a play on the word boulder.
Yup.
Boulder. Boom. Slap.
Also, it's a very defensive rock Pokemon. So.
King Shield.
King Shield is pretty much an upgraded version of Protect. If your move would have made contact to it, you get -2 to your physical attack.
Nice.
Hence why he was able to survive that Death-Flying Press.
But okay, so you got a Pokemon that knows Detect, Protect, King Shield, and other move.
And Noble Roar.
Huh, kings don't fight. They just invent immunity for themselves.
Also trying to spread out the experience onto my other members because we are actually a bit underleveled for the Rayquaza encounter that's coming up.
And on the subject of the Rayquaza encounter, I was going to say that this is probably one of the most cinematic and dramatic ways to ever get you to access a very specific area in the game that you might otherwise miss because you're too busy doing other stuff.
Yeah, although I would argue that the one from Ni no Kuni 1 is slightly better, simply because the boss fight takes fucking forever. And in the next episode, we'll deal with Wallace again.